Two iconic Australian cities, each with its own vibe, culture, and opportunities. One burning question: which one really delivers? On the left, Melbourne, Australia's cultural capital, performing arts. And on the right, Brisbane, the Sunshine City sun. Let's skip the stereotypes and look at the facts that matter. Each category earns points, and by the end you'll see clearly which city comes out on top. The result might just surprise you. Here's how we're going to do this. We're looking at population, growth rate, culture and entertainment, climate and lifestyle, economic opportunities, urban density and space, education and transport and connectivity. A proper face-off, right? Got your mental notepads ready? Great, let's jump in. First up, population. So Melbourne is actually the largest city in Australia now, with a whopping 5.39 million people. It's one of those places where the crowd kinda gives it its energy, but yeah, things can feel a little crowded at times. Meanwhile, Brisbane sits at 2.69 million, which is honestly a much more manageable size if big cities stress you out. Plus, it's still growing, although the talent pool is a bit smaller. At the end of the day, Melbourne takes the cake here simply because of its size and how it draws people in. Next, let's talk growth rate. Now, you might assume the biggest city grows the fastest, but no. Melbourne grows at a solid 1.44% a year, but get this, Brisbane is blitzing ahead as the fastest growing major city. It's all thanks to booming economic expansion and a younger crowd moving in. Sure, that quick growth throws up some challenges with infrastructure, but the energy is just different. So in terms of growth, Brisbane is the clear winner. Culture and entertainment. This one's a classic battle. Melbourne is a total arts hub, world-class galleries, all the big festivals, live music, even fashion. It could get a little pricey, you know, but you're never bored. Brisbane's cultural scene is catching up with lots of outdoor festivals and a growing arts scene, but let's be honest, it's not quite as established as Melbourne yet. So Melbourne takes the title for culture, hands down. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Melbourne is consistently ranked among the world's most livable cities, and Brisbane, it's growing faster than any other Australian capital? Kinda wild, right? Now, climate and lifestyle. This might be where some folks make their decision. Melbourne has all 4 seasons if you love variety, cool, but honestly, winters can be cold and there's plenty of rainy days. Meanwhile, Brisbane throws you a subtropical climate with over 300 days of sunshine. Beach life, outdoor barbecues, you name it, it's got that Sunshine City vibe. The trade-off? Sometimes it gets hot and sticky. Still, Brisbane shines brightest here. Time for economic opportunities. So Melbourne is this big financial hub. Loads of industries, major companies put their HQs here, all that jazz. Sure, you pay for it with higher living costs, but the variety is legit. Brisbane, though, is kind of the up-and-comer, really strong in tech, new jobs popping up, and hey, lower costs. Not as many multinationals yet, but it's rising fast. Still, Melbourne edges ahead, just because of the sheer scale of opportunity. Urban density and space. So Melbourne CBD is compact and walkable, and the public transport is super efficient, as long as you don't mind a bit of bustle. Downside: it's got a higher population density and a bit less green space. Brisbane, on the flip side, feels more spread out, but that means more parks, less congestion, and a touch more chill in your everyday. You'll probably need a car if you're living in the burbs, but most people love how open it feels. For space and balance, Brisbane wins this round. On to education. Okay, Melbourne is seriously a heavyweight here. University of Melbourne, top in the country. There are heaps of impressive universities, tons of research happening, but yeah, the cost is up there. Brisbane has the University of Queensland and a growing education sector, but in all honesty, not as many top-tier options. So Melbourne totally takes the crown on education. Finally, transport and connectivity. Melbourne's network is just next level. Trams everywhere, buses, trains, easy trips out to the regions. Sometimes you deal with congestion, but compared to other cities, that's kind of a given. Brisbane's transport is getting better, more cycling paths popping up, but if you're in the suburbs, you're still likely to need a car. So for this, Melbourne is out in front. If you zoom out and compare category by category, you really get 2 distinct vibes. Melbourne leads in population, culture, economic power, education, and transport. Brisbane's strengths: growth, lifestyle, space. You just feel that sunshine energy. There's not a one-size-fits-all answer here. So my honest take, if you're all about career advancement, want to soak up everything culture-wise, and love the buzz of a world-class city, you're gonna vibe with Melbourne. On the flip side, if you crave warmth pretty much all year, want room to relax, and are excited by a rapidly growing city that's still kind of defining itself, Brisbane's your spot. If you found this comparison helpful, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one.